Are we done talking about this, or are we going to talk about stupid Casey Affleck? Are we ready to have a serious conversation? We're going to give this conversation the breadth and the time it deserves, or are we going to talk about the next James Bond? What do you guys want to do here?
What do you want to
I want to continue this conversation because I love what Brandon said, but I also feel it makes me sad that we have to sit there and Brandon has to justify who he is in this country. Yep. He has to have a picture of his grandfather serving. He has to have a picture. Do people understand that, like, the Tuskegee experiments where they injected black men with syphilis was going on into the early 70s? Like, Sam Jackson was alive. You look at pictures of, like, his grandfather, and it looks black and white, like that looks like it was 120 years ago. That's happening now. The people that came home from Vietnam were treated like trash, black and white. We sit here, if you want to get into the vet stuff, because that's what they do. They change the narrative. They change the black men being shot by cops, and they want to talk about vets because because everybody likes vets. So let's have a conversation about vets. We don't do anything for our vets. Our vets come back. There is nothing set up. The mental health situation is so lacking that most of them don't even seek mental health. And because of that, they're laying on the GD street right outside of this place. We step over them on our way to a nice restaurant, and then we go and give them lip service while we get hammered in the backyard watching a football game talking about God bless America. No, very few people in this country do anything for our vets. You guys let them come here. They have PTSD. They're 19 years old. They've seen their friends' heads blown off, and we sit here and we clap and we get mad at Malcolm Jenkins. So if you want to do something for our vets, all our viewers that are about to write some nonsense, then let's go. Let me see. Start sending me stuff about what you really did for our vets. I'm not talking about going over there and me going over there telling jokes, Bo going over singing a couple songs. I'm talking about really doing something. I'm talking about volunteering your time, volunteering your Saturdays, volunteering going to get these people off of the streets because you step over them every day. So stop with this vet stuff because you really don't care. Our president dodged the draft 5 times. He insulted John McCain. Your John McCain called him, said he's not a war hero because he got caught. And you guys sit here and let that ride. All you conservatives, y'all let that ride. Come on. Do we need to get into Tammy Duckworth, who's in our Congress, has her legs blown off after she's a real vet? Do we ever talk about her? No. So look, go ahead.
What I'm hearing from you is believe me, Al, all the pain. We heard the pain in Brandon London's voice when he spoke about being a former NFL player, but also being a black man, also being a son of a veteran.
My dad's a veteran. My grandfather's a veteran.
I know. So how as a country can all of us come together? How as a country can we be less divisive? How as a country can we not see it so in black and white, no pun intended, being like, okay, so these people, these players who are doing it because they're black men in a country that isn't treating them equally, how do we make them feel equal and not penalize them for taking a knee?